EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw, Huntley. Out to his left. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape.
And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The play fake. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyree Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick and heads straight out of bounds. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the keeper is Talmud. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Now Talmud. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Talmud. Open man is Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hubbard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. These two teams all tied after 1. Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Second and goal from the 1. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Tabu will look to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. A quick throw here out to Brown. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play really nice timing.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Huntley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by D.J. Moore. D.J. Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. To return, it's McKinnon. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Huntley to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On the move to his left. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1. You think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. On the run, this is Jackson.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball's snapped in 15 yards.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Room here to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off the play fake. Huntley, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Huntley. Right side caught by Jackson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Huntley steps away. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Back to throw again. It's caught by Jackson. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Not before they're inside the 25.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They go play action here on 1st down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3 yards the gain there, second down. On the carry, it's Jackson.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll run with Jackson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They come up in a 2 tight end look here.
Inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Dialed up the fullback dive that time. We'll see what they go to on 3rd down from the 1.
Yeah, they may have dialed it up, but it was repelled, wasn't it? Do you wag a finger back at the offense like a certain iconic NBA guy did back in the day?
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyree Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Going deep here for Landry. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, and that fell harmlessly to the ground. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled out a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
On the ground, this is Jackson. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, after that pickup of a 1st down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
Huntley's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Jackson, and he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it with Jackson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tyree Jackson, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge said it all the time. The team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyree Jackson A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Hubbard has the first down and then some. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off around the 27. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Play action. Huntley. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jackson. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. It's a big play there on 4th and inches. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Baltimore, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.